Okay, this is Mike Soares'y, the Soares'y guitars. This is our white tuxedo Stratocaster tenor guitar. This is a 3/4 size guitar, or mini, finished in a white lacquer, black pickguard and fixtures. And this is a 22 3/4 inch scale, tuned ADGC on this here. And this is a again, it's a small, it's not a standard size Stratocaster, it's not a Stratocaster, but yeah, it's a 10.5 inch wide body on this here, 36 inches basically, 35 inches overall on this guitar, and mahogany body, maple neck on this here. We use larger strap holders on here, so you're less chance of you dropping your guitar. With standard 1/4 inch jack on the side. This is not painted on, this is real binding on the top and the back in the black on this here. And your 4th string cigar box tail, we use this on all our tenors. Nice little solid bridge, adjustable, very reliable, nice bridge. We've been using them for years. Now you got your 3 pickups, your tone and your volume. You don't have your extra tone like you have on a regular Strat. We don't really feel the need for it. We never understood it, but nice. You got your volume and your tone on this here. And what we did on here is we convert our pickups from a 6 string to a 4 string. We have tested out some of the 4-pole pickups. They're hard to get, but we tested them out. It's like hit or miss on them. Sometimes you get a nice one, you get an even tone across all 4 poles. Other times you get a drop off on the first or last pole because of the wraparound on the coil. So we prefer to go with a 6-string coil, and we eliminate the 2 outer poles, so number 1 and number 6. So you're using the 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is more consistent with the magnet across, so you're getting the same volume and response on your pickup. So therefore we prefer to use a 6-pole pickup, and we modify them so you got a nice tenor look on them. And another thing that we did on these guitars is we had a customer last year. We made him a Telecaster plectrum guitar, and he was a regular customer. He has about 3 of my guitars, and he didn't like it. He returned it, which is no problem. We always offer returns on our guitars. The only thing is, if we do get a return, we'd like to know why. So if there's anything, again, we're a small shop. We make our guitars one at a time. So if we did something wrong or something you don't like, and we can change it on the next guitar, or do something to change the guitar that you didn't like. You know, we get people that gives us, you know, crazy little things about the guitar which we don't consider, but our basic rule is if 3 people tell us that, you know, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this in the same matter, on the same item, then we say, hey, we got to change. Okay, so he didn't like the switch. He liked the smaller body. He wanted the full-size Tele body, and it was a Tele plectrum that we made, and he didn't like the switch that was up over here near the pickups, because he kept hitting the switch as he played the guitar. We checked around with a couple other people that have our guitars, have other guitars, Fender people, and they all confirmed they don't like the switch. The hand keeps hitting the switch, changing the pickups. And I've been doing guitars for well over 30 years, more like 30 years on tenors, and nobody's ever complained about the switch. We've been making Telecaster tenors and Stratocasters, and we've been using making them from scratch, making them from other people having made bodies, like on this one here. We shopped this out, and we've also used the other little Fender guitars there. I forget what they're called. They're the little Fender minis there, the 6 strings. We converted those to tenors years ago. And nobody ever said anything about the switch. I checked around, everybody saying, no, I don't like the switch, I don't like the switch. So we decided to get rid of the switch. If you see, we have a black Stratocaster also listed. Has a different setup on the switches. We're playing with different ideas. On the other one we put the switches 1, 2, 3. On this here we put them 1, 2, 3 here. We're just playing with that and to see what we like. But this is basically what we came up with. Again, your 1/4 inch jack on the side and 22 3/4 inch scale. Bolt on neck. Now this is a V-back neck. It's called a volute neck. Has the extra little bump on the back behind your truss rod and your nut. This is a bone nut. You notice on here, this is not your standard Fender style bone nut. The thin one fits in a slot. This is a full 5mm like you find on a Les Paul. Gives you better sustain going down the neck on your strings. We like it a lot better. And we eliminated the trees by using, again, going to a Les Paul styled slant back on your neck here. So you got a slant back neck like you find on any old K Harmony archtop guitar, instead of your slab straight neck that you'd find on a Fender. Again, you pull your strings back, you got a better connection here on your nut, and gives you a nice, better tone, better sustain. Two-way adjustable truss rod on this here. Again, bound neck, top and sides, proper 10th fret marker. Your fingerboard on this here, a Puro fingerboard, and we use a 4-in-line mandocello tuner, a little more heavy duty than a mandolin tuner. We've been using these for about 10 years now. They work very well. We really like them. But again, this is our white tuxedo, real binding, not painted on. And this is our 1 of 3 I have listed on here. So yeah, we're only making 3 on this here. And yeah, and this is probably the only one like this. I think we're going to go with the 1, 2, 3 on the switches. So this is probably like a one-off on this particular guitar. Now we have this hooked up to a 10-watt amp. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a little ground buzz. Once we plug it in, the guitar is fully shielded and grounded. So you can switch between your pickups, your upper pickup, and nice low action on this guitar. We usually shoot for action of a thickness of a US quarter. This is actually a little lower. Great neck. Again, this guitar was built last October. I was ill for a while and I was out of the shop, and this is the first time back in the shop. Now this guitar has been sitting here for a year, and when we picked it up, the guitar was basically really in tune, except for the high A string, which needed to be brought up a little bit. But other than that, the neck is fit straight and holding tune for a year now. So again, it's a great sustain on this here. And this comes with a 10mm padded case. It's a nice fitting case. It's not, you know, one of those thin Chinese cases. It is a Chinese case, but it's a nice little padded case that we use for this here. And that's about it. Again, this is Mike Soares'y, Soares'y Guitars. Thank you.